Good morning, students. I hope you all are safe and fine and enjoyed your vacations. And also I hope that you have revised your syllabus that we have done before the vacations, because now we are going to start taking your test also, and we are going to start the new syllabus, the next chapter. And here the next chapter is quadratic equations. The next chapter is quadratic equations. Chapter number 4. I already told you there is no difference between a quadratic equation and quadratic polynomial, just of a sign of equality. Sign of equality will make the quadratic polynomial as a quadratic equation. You already read about the quadratic polynomial in your chapter number 2. This is the quadratic polynomial. And what was the condition on this? That a should not be equal to 0. What happen if a will be 0? If a will be 0, then this term will be vanish, and the quadratic will become the linear. The quadratic will become the linear. So the main condition is a should not be equal to 0. So a should not be equal to 0. And this quadratic equation, if we will write equal to 0, then it will reduce a quadratic polynomial. So the difference between the quadratic equation and quadratic polynomial is the equality sign only. Fine, students. So here we are going to start with the quadratic equations. In this, a quadratic equation in the variable x. It can be in the variable y, it can be in the variable z, t, s. But most of the time we are taking with the variable x only. Is of the form ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. All a, b, c are real numbers. What is the meaning of real number? It means a, b, c are rational also, and they can be irrational also. If an equation is having under root number, it doesn't mean that this is not a quadratic equation. It can be a quadratic equation because under root numbers are the real numbers. So these a, b, c can be rational, can be irrational, fraction, points, non-terminating, terminating, they can be any number. But the basic condition on a is a should not be equal to 0. Because if a will be 0, then this term will be vanished and it will become a linear. So our method will flop here. So this a should not be equal to 0. Then this is a standard form of a quadratic polynomial. Quadratic equation, sorry. This is a quadratic equation. So in the quadratic equation, if I will write like that, 5x square plus 7x minus 3 equal to 0. Then everyone can compare. By comparing, you can tell the values of a, b, c. A is 5, b is 7, and constant is 3 or minus 3. Minus 3. This number will come with the sign. But if I will write this quadratic equation like this, equal to 3. Then what you have to do? You have to arrange it. 5x square plus 7x minus 3 is equal to 0. If I will write like this, 7x minus 5x square is equal to 2. Then you have to write the equation again in a proper form, in a standard form. It means first this number will come, so shift this number at the first position. And the term will come with the sign. Then 7x, then shift this to this side, minus 2 is equals to 0. Now you can easily tell the values of a, b and c by comparing. You just write standard polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. On comparing, you can tell the value of a is minus 5. The value of b is 7. The value of c is minus 2. So it means for calculating the values of a, b and c by comparing, you have to write the given equation in a standard equation by arranging the terms. So this is all about the quadratic equation. How to arrange the quadratic equation. Now, in your first question of your exercise was, just check out that the given equations are a quadratic or not. Quadratic or not, what it means? It means that they should be should be in this form. B and C can be 0, but A should not be equal to 0. Like 2x square plus 7 equal to 0. Just tell me it is quadratic or not. Yes, it is quadratic. Why? Because the degree is 2. So it means quadratic means you just have to see that the degree of the given equation should be 2. Degree is equals to 2. If I will write like this, 3x cube. So no doubt it is an equation. No doubt it is an equation, but this is not the quadratic equation. It is cubic equation. Why cubic? Because the degree is 3. Because the degree is 3, so it is cubic. 7x plus 8. What about this? Yes, this is a equation, but not quadratic. It is linear because here the degree is 1. And what about this? 2x square is equal to 0. Just tell me, this is a quadratic polynomial equation or not? Equation means equality sign. So yes, equality sign is there. Degree is 2. Yes, the degree is 2. Here B and C are zeros. So it will not affect our answer. Our condition was A should not be equal to 0 and A is not equal to 0. After that B and C can be 0. So yes, it is a quadratic equation. So in your question number 1, you easily can check that the given polynomial equations are quadratic or no. Maybe they will give the question in this form, equal to 0. Now tell it is a quadratic or not. So until and unless you will open the bracket, you can't tell that the given quadratic is a given equation is quadratic, linear or cubic. So x into x, x square, x into 5, 5x plus 7 is equal to 0. Here degree is 2. This implies quadratic equation. So first of all, you have to reduce in the standard form, then you will be able to tell about that the given equation is quadratic or no. Fine. In the second question, they have started with the word problem. What they have given in the second question of first part, that the area of rectangle, you can read this question from your NCERT. Area of rectangle is given 528 square unit, and they have not given the length and breadth, but they have given one clue that there is a relation between length and breadth. The length is 1 unit more than the breadth. It means the length is dependent on the breadth. So what we are going to do? We are going to starting the question with let the breadth, because there is no need to write that let the length, because length is given. Length is 1 more than the breadth. You just tell me the breadth, I will tell you the length. If breadth is 20, length is 21. Breadth is 25, length is 26. So it means length is given. So breadth is not given. So let the breadth of rectangle. Let the breadth of rectangle. So breadth of rectangle is equals to x. Therefore, length of rectangle, because length is given, length of rectangle, but length is given in the form of breadth. 1 more than the breadth. 1 more means एक ज़्यादा, किससे? breadth से. So breadth was x. So length will be x plus 1. What they have given? Area. Area of rectangle is 528. Who will tell me the formula for area of rectangle? Yes, it will be length into breadth is 528. What is the length of rectangle? It is x plus 1. What about the breadth? Breadth is x. And this is 528. Here I just have written the formula for the area of rectangle. Why I have written for the area only? Why I have not written about the perimeter? Because in the question they have given the area of rectangle only. So x into x is x square. X into 1 is x is equal to 528. Now reduce in the standard form, then it will be x square plus x minus 528. Minus 528 is equals to 0. So this is the quadratic equation and it can be solved easily by using the splitting the middle term. For solving the quadratic polynomial quadratic equation, we are having three methods. First one is factorization method, means splitting the middle term. Second one is completing the square method, and third one is quadratic formula. So how will we solve this? By using the factorization method. In the first exercise, you just have to prepare the equation, prepare the quadratic equation. How to solve these equations we will learn more about in the next class by using all the three methods. Fine. So I have written part number 2 of your second question. The product of two consecutive positive integers is 306. Again we have to form a quadratic equation. So they are talking about the two numbers. But consecutive means दो लगातार number. Consecutive means लगातार. Like 5, then 6. 9, then 8. So here also we can tell the number. You just tell me one number, I will tell the consecutive of that number. If you tell 100, then the next will be 101. And the previous one will be 99. So we are going to let one number. Let the one number is equals to x. Consecutive means लगातार. If one number is x, then therefore second number can be x minus 1, can be x plus 1. I am feeling more comfortable with plus sign, so that's why I have taken x plus 1. So I have taken x plus 1. Now according to the question, product of two numbers, product of two consecutive numbers, consecutive positive integer is equal to 306. Product means multiply of these two numbers. So x plus 1 into x is equal to 306. X into x, x square, plus x minus 306 is equal to 0. So this is the required quadratic equation. You can design the quadratic equation for the next two questions also, next two parts also, and how to solve that we will learn in the next exercise. Fine students, so this is all about the introduction of our quadratic equations. I hope you will be able to complete your exercise 4.1. Then we will start with the 4.2 with the quadratic formula and the factorization method. Thank you students.